Now let me tell you all something. Every year, we get them players, them under the radar, low on the depth chart, barely got their name called on draft night type of guys, who show up like a firecracker on the 4th of July. Boom! Out of nowhere. And when I tell y'all, that Washington's got one of those fellas on their hands. Oh, baby. Buckle up. Listen, when you talk about the Washington Commanders right now, 9 times out of 10, the first name out your mouth gonna be Jaden Daniels. That young man had the DMV buzzing. Rookie of the Year candidate. Electric feet, laser arm, swagger like he'd been there before. But while everybody was looking at the new quarterback savior like he was the second coming of RG8, there was another young buck on the other side of the ball, quietly building his case as the next breakout bowler in the league. His name, Mike Sainristil. You ain't heard it enough yet, but trust me, you gon' know it real soon. Now first off, we gotta rewind the tape a little bit. Go back to college. See, Sainristil wasn't one of them cornerback lifers. Nah, my dog started his Michigan career as a wide receiver. That's right. Flipping the field entirely, learning the whole other side of the ball. That alone tells me something. That tells me the kid got IQ, adaptability, and more importantly, humility. He didn't pout, didn't beg for targets, didn't chase clout. He did what needed to be done. That speaks volumes. And the thing is, it worked. By the time he left Ann Arbor, he was a cornerstone in that championship defense. Quick feet, smart angles, fluid hips, played that nickel spot like a natural, like he'd been born for it. Now, fast forward to the 2024 NFL Draft. A lot of eyes on Washington's number 2 pick. Daniels goes early, but in round 2, Washington takes a swing on a dude that had scouts whispering, but fans scratching their heads. Mike Sainristil, cornerback, Michigan. Cornerback! And I'll be honest, folks wasn't exactly blowing up Twitter about it. But here's the thing. Just because it ain't loud don't mean it ain't powerful. You ever heard a snake hissing? It don't bark. It don't growl. But it'll end you just the same. And that's Sainristil. He didn't need the media push. The tape did all the talking. So what happened when he got to D.C.? Man, they threw him straight in the fire. Forget the nickel spot. Forget the role he starred in back in college. Nah, they lined him up at outside corner. A position he never really played full-time. Up against grown men like A.J. Brown and C.D. Lamb. And guess what? He held his own. Now look, his BEF grade ain't gonna blow your mind. .5 in coverage. That ain't Revis Island. I ain't saying that. But for a rookie, out of position, on a bottom-tier defense, that's impressive, player. That's real ball. That's grown man football. You heard what the folks at Rigo's Rag said? He's the best-kept secret on this roster. And I agree. For now. But let me warn you. Secrets don't stay secrets when you start locking down top receivers. When the bright lights come on in the NFC East, where every week is a street fight, you ain't got time to be timid and Sainristil. He got that dog in him. This upcoming season gon' be the test. The Commanders' defense still got work to do. They was 30th in defensive success rate last year. 30th in Team PF coverage. That's bottom of the barrel, man. But one shining spot, Sainristil. Now that he's got a year under his belt, and now that they might move him back to nickel where he really thrive, bruh, this man might go nuclear. I ain't talking no CB2 type growth. I'm talking all pro trajectory if things break right. He got that quick twitch mirror skill, that anticipation, that ball hawking mindset, that slot to boundary versatility that modern DCS crate. Let me read y'all this murderer's row of NFC East. A.J. Brown, tank built like a linebacker Devonta Smith, smooth like butter CeeDee Lamb. Route artist, young phenom with a mean streak George Pickens. Young phenom with a mean streak George Pickens. Straight dog mentality, you gotta deal with these guys twice a year. No days off, no free reps. If you ain't built for that spotlight, it'll expose you quick. But if you are, it'll launch your name into the stratosphere. Now let's keep it a buck. Part of the reason St. Ristil had it so tough last season was because that commander's defense was poorly coached. Let's call it what it is. Jack Del Rio outdated, predictable, couldn't scheme pressure, left his DBS out to dry. That's facts. But now, new stuff, fresh energy, more creativity. And that means better usage for guys like St. Ristil. Put him in motion, use his instincts, blitz him off the edge, drop him in coverage, let him roam, let him eat. Y'all know I love offense, but defense still win championships, period. And if Washington has any dreams of making it past Wild Card Weekend in the next couple years, it starts with players like Mike St. Ristil. He's the bridge between a defense that's been in shambles and a defense that can start changing games. Jalen Carter, Sauce Gardner, Devin Witherspoon. You add Mike St. Ristil to that mix of young elite DBS in the league. Oh, baby. Buckle up. Listen, when you talk about the Washington Commanders right now, 9 times out of 10, the first name out of your mouth gonna be Jaden Daniels. That young man had the DMV buzzing. Rookie of the Year candidate. Electric feet, laser arm, swagger like he'd been there before. But while everybody was looking at the new quarterback savior like he was the second coming of RG8, there was another young buck on the other side of the ball, quietly building his case as the next breakout bowler in the league. His name, Mike St. Ristil. You ain't heard it enough yet. But trust me, you gon' know it real soon. Now first off, we gotta rewind the tape a little bit. Go back to college. See, St. Ristil wasn't one of them cornerback lifers. Nah. My dog started his Michigan career as a wide receiver. And he might not have the name brand yet, but his game is right there with him. So let me bring it home like this. Best kept secret. That was last year. This year, you're about to learn today. This kid Mike St. Ristil is everything you want in a modern-day corner. Scrappy, smart, position flexible, film rat, fierce in coverage. And he plays like he's got something to prove. Every single snap. If you blink, you go miss the moment he levels up from solid CD to star caliber difference maker. So go ahead. Keep sleeping if you want. But I'll be right here, reminding you that the Commanders just might have drafted their future shutdown corner in the second round from Michigan. And his name is Mike St. Ristil. And that's N.C. Shay telling you all the truth. Straight no chaser. Shannon Sharp,